Hello my friends, and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's really good to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. And today is Wednesday, the 12th of April 2023. It is a Wednesday, the day of Raphael, Archangel, the day of Vishuddha Chakra, the throat chakra. And there are no major transits today. So let's crack on straight away with the tarot reading. I'm reading with the Organic Elements deck, and I'll be clarifying with the Astro Chakra oracle cards. So, wow, nice and quick. 9 of Swords, Justice, 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, that card is like that, so that's the 7 of Wands. Sorry for the shake there, my friends. There we go. And then Death, 8 of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords reversed. We also have the Page of Wands reversed. And then we also have Future reversed, which is one of the extra cards in the deck. So, right, this is an interesting spread. Lots of swords. Lots of worrying going on. Anticipation of the future. It almost feels like a future that isn't really necessarily going to be the outcome of what happens. Sometimes we believe that something is going to happen, and then inadvertently we end up manifesting that. Has that ever happened to you before? So yeah, it seems like that. And it's almost like not resting as well. Like not, it really does feel like a presumption of the worst outcome. But what I do feel is that this might have been like a pattern of behavior that happened before. Like you may have been a pessimist, or you may have been somebody who did expect the worst previously. And for good reason, it seemed, because like maybe things had been not so great. But what this signifies is that there is going to be a change. There is going to be a change in kind of fortunes, and it also resides on whether or not you believe that you can rise up above it or not. Very interesting. Because it's inevitable that there is going to be change. So how do we ride that? How do we work through that? But I do see some breakthroughs here. There's an awakening. There's an awakening to taking charge of your own reality and not succumbing to the drama. Understanding that that was a part of yourself beforehand. And now there's a movement beyond that. But there is still worry. There's still a lot of worry. There's still a lot of anxiety about it. You can't get away from that. But it's okay. It's okay. The drama is not yet realized. And I think, there's an awareness fully that, or partly at least, that this is, that a dramatic expectation will lead to an even worse outcome. And I think also there's a sense of understanding that the worry is also so much of the anxiety rather than the actual outcome, particularly with Justice and Death upright. Future reversed is just telling me, like, you don't know. You just don't know. Even though we are in this business of telling prediction, because prediction is one of the elements of tarot. Whether or not we use it for that is a different matter. It can be used for that, and it also I'm reading a really interesting book at the moment. It's called Real Magic by Dean Radin. And it kind of gives you all the scientific, it gives you scientific evidence for how precognition is real, and how the general consensus of academia is refusing to admit it, even though there is evidence that precognition is real. It just depends to what degree. So, those people who say that isn't real, all they need to do is go and look at the evidence. So, which I really love, because oops, sorry about that. Which I really love, because I kind of think, there's that thing where people kind of, they believe what they want to believe. And I'm saying believe what you want, but let's just look at the evidence. And I also, I now study now. I've been doing a master's recently, and in that the overwhelming amount of evidence that there is, and studies that are done about the esoteric worlds, and about how these belief systems really matter, and how they play a part. Whether or not you're a believer or not, that's completely your own choice. But there is evidence, to support it. But there's no evidence to support things like religion, is there? But people still believe it. So it's all your bag. It's all whatever you fancy believing in. And this is very much about that. It's very much about your own choice, and about how that dictates how things are going to be. Interesting reading. I like it. I love this deck. It never pulls any punches in the respect of being quite chill. Let's see what chakras are getting activated today. Wow, self-acceptance, Mercury, communication, and Anahata, the heart chakra. So what that means is that the more that we can accept ourselves, regardless of where we stand in this belief system, even if we are super anxious and we know that we shouldn't be anxious, it's okay. Just accept that you're anxious. It's all right. Accept that you're worrying about certain things. Accept that you are in this space. That's fine. And just know that the main thing is that it will not last, because it will always change. It will always change. That's the only thing you can be certain of. And as long as you accept that, everything is flexible, susceptible to those changes, then you're pretty okay. Cool message today. I like that. I did also, oh gosh, I did forget. So it didn't say in my astrological diary, but I do listen to another astrologer called Molly McCord, who I highly recommend. She's amazing. She said that the 12th and the 13th of April are major days where Jupiter and Aries, they come together, or there's some I can't remember exactly what it is, but basically they are meant to be the luckiest days of the year. So enjoy your day today, plan for today, plan, there may be some nice things that happen today, or that kind of help you to capitalize upon that abundance and good luck with Jupiter. Yeah, there's Jupiter and Jupiter, Aries. I don't know, I'll have to watch it again, but all I know, I just remembered, and I was like, oh, I've got to mention that in the reading today. So anyway, all right, my darlings, well, you have a beautiful day. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye.